So consider this like market research. Oh my God, I didn't press record. Hello. Hana the Suburban Witch here, and I just took all the plastic off and realised I wasn't recording. Phew, lucky I noticed when I did. So this is an unboxing video of the Witchling Academy Tarot by Pamela Chen and Mindy Cheng. Now, this is not a new deck. This is from 2021, but I had to get my hands on it because I am planning some content around fluffy tarot decks, kid-friendly tarot decks, that kind of a thing. And this feels like it might fit that vibe. So we are considering this market research and checking it out. It also might be a really good one for my kid. So it looks pretty cute. Look, it looks like a book. Like, that is some fun packaging. I like that. All right, and we open up. Very nice. This is really cute. I'm stoked so far to get into this. Okay, let's see. Congratulations on your acceptance to the Witchling Academy of Magic. I like it. All right, we have this cute little guidebook. It's not in color, but that's okay. And it's not your typical one that usually has a whole page for a whole card. They're just little bits. Okay, and it looks like we've got for each card, for example, 4 of Pentacles, daily incantation, I'd love to make money. I love that. A magical meaning. And then I'm using earth magic to heal myself before I help anyone else. Charlie, the witchling with a really bad stomachache. And then shadow magic. So you got your up and downs, your reversed and upright. This is pretty cute. This so far looks adorable. All right, so they have the House of Wands, the House of Cups, the House of Pentacles. I like that. There's a letter of acceptance, orientation. Like, this is prime, especially for anyone who wants to veer away from another franchise. This is a great little way to do that. Wonderful. Okay, let's have a look at the cards, shall we? All right, so let's pull it out without wrecking anything. Oh, that's gonna be hard to get open. I mean, I can't judge too harshly because this is from 2021. So I think Llewellyn, well, I don't know actually. Rockpool definitely doesn't do the plastic wrapped, shrink wrapped card decks anymore. They use the little paper slidey thing, but actually I think Llewellyn still just does this, so I can be harsh. I can judge harshly. Llewellyn, get your shit together. We don't need this much plastic. We need to reduce plastic. All right, okay. There we go. There we go. And I did not wreck the cards, she says. Okay. All right, so cardstock feels quite thin. Let's have a little look though. It's very similar to like a Rider-Waite-Smith or a playing deck of cards type of thing. Back of the cards is reversible, which is great. I'm not going to shuffle them because that will put us out of order. What do you think? Shall we jump straight in? All right, so we start with the Fool. Oh, she's glorious with her pink hair. Same babes. Now, it's already giving like Kiki's Delivery Service vibes. Okay, so we have the Fool, the Magician. All right, so these are obviously our houses of, you know, cups, pentacles, etc. Hanging up in the background. The High Priestess. Like, we've still got the traditional symbolism. There's the pomegranate up on the wall behind her. Crescent moon, little kitty cat, love it. The Empress. The Emperor. The Hierophant. Cute. The Lovers. Little angel up there. The Chariot. Oh, aren't they adorable? Okay. All right, so we have what looks to be something from another franchise there that I will not say the name of. But, I mean, 2021 was... We weren't as aware back then of how detrimental and terrible that person was. Strength. The Hermit. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I love it. They've still got the tarot in the circle there. That's great. Justice. The Hanged Man. She's still modest, holding her dress up. We've got some anime vibes in here as well. Death. Temperance. I mean, the death one isn't feeling scary at all. Doesn't feel death at all. The Devil. Okay. Little, risque even. But I always love when we have the devil as a woman. The Tower. Okay, I like this because she's the devil, right? And she's jumping out there. So it's almost like this escaping from what's confining her, which is a great little take on that fool's journey through this major arcana. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. And Judgment. Oh, what a lovely Judgment card. And then the World. Wonderful. So just with the majors, there was not a single scary, traumatic looking card there. This feels very aligned as a kid-friendly deck. This feels very aligned as a fluffy deck thus far. It's super cute. The illustrations are actually adorable. So let's keep going through the wands. I like that we sort of have this one main character coming through. I've just stopped saying what the cards are, haven't I? 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 9, 10, Ace of Pentacles. Is that a raccoon? 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. We have some diversity in hair color, skin color, obviously not so much age because they're meant to be in school. 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. I think this little birdie has been in every single card as well with her, which is cute. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. And we got Ace of Cups. So the aces are obviously that house mascot vibe. 2 of Cups. Yeah, little birds in all of them, isn't it? That's cute. It's like a little Spotto game you can play. 3, wait, I say that like you know it. We play Spotto with my kids. So if we're out driving, we go Spotto yellow car, Spotto green car, Spotto pink car. So yellow, green, pink and purple are the main ones that are like unusual car colors to see. So we Spotto them. But then we have some books. There's a Moondust Press book, Sunday the Sea Witch, which has a little hermit crab on every single page. So when I'm reading that, the kids are like, Spotto, hermit crab. So very cute. I like those sorts of like Easter egg type things. 4 of Cups. Oh, 5 of Cups. 6 of Cups. 7. Yes, love that. 8 of Cups. 9 of Cups. I like her unicorn onesie. And 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Ace of Swords. So we have a Pegasus. 2 of Swords. 3 of Swords. Oh dear. It gives me, having seen Wednesday and Thing vibes. 4 of Swords. 5 of Swords. Oh, 6 of Swords. 7 of Swords. Oh, different character. 8 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Oh dear. 10 of Swords. So this is probably really the only one that has like a darker theme to it. We do still see like the sun rising in the background. I mean, she's alive, but I'd like to see what the guidebook says around it. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. Oh, I didn't even notice this. We've only gone to 10 for each of the suits, and now we go into the court cards. It's an interesting layout for this to have been printed in. Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and Page of Swords. Aren't they cute? All animals. Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and Knight of Swords. There's no boys in this deck, so it must be an all-girls school. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Oh, look at this. This is giving Pele vibes. King of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, King of Swords. They must be like founding mothers type of vibe. Now, let's have a little look at the 10 of Swords in the guidebook, and then we will go on and see a shuffle and spread test. Okay, 10 of Swords. Daily incantation. I allow positive opportunities to come into my life. Is an interesting incantation for that card. Magical meaning. Charlie beats Lydia and wins the swords duel event. An unhappy Lydia and her mean witchlings send 10 swords into Charlie's back, and she crumples to the ground. Although Charlie is hurt, she is strong. With magic, care, and love from Georgie, she will be better in no time. I'm going to presume Georgie is the bird, without having read all of this. I like that there's going to be a bit of a story with it. The 10 of Swords represents a painful ending. It could be getting fired from your job, breaking up with your lover, or a situation that ends abruptly. You never expected this to happen, but it's happening, and you feel betrayed and at a loss. The bright side of this situation is that it's finally over and you can now move on. You've bottomed out and there's nowhere else to go but up. I do like that take on 10 of Swords. Pain and wounds will eventually heal, so learn from this crisis and move on. Will they? Like it's 10 swords in the back. Then it says, bring me a healer right now. It's not too late. We can still save Charlie. It says Professor Okamoto, Swords exam judge. Shadow magic. You are on the verge of a significant change, but you are fighting it. The ending and change sounds scary and you don't think you're ready for it. If you keep resisting, your misery will continue and you will not be able to grow. Let go of what is holding you back, even if it's painful, so that you can welcome new opportunities and magic into your life. So I do like how they've done that. This seems to be set up the same way with it goes to the 10s, and then the court cards are all kept together. So meet the pages of the Witchling Academy, magical animal familiars to the witch superior queens of each elemental house. They help the queens keep an eye on the witchling apprentices. Pages are the youngest of the court cards with childlike curious energy. Great. And then let's go to our knights. Make way for the knights of the Witchling Academy of Magic. These are the guardians of the hallways, hall monitors, and they are who the younger students look up to. They are given extra responsibilities like facilitating Year 1's orientation and monitoring curfew. You can identify the knights of the academy by the K on their house badges. Knights bring a teenage energy to the card. A queen of the house is always a witch superior, the highest level of achievement for witches, with the same elemental power as the house. She is responsible for one of the 4 houses in the academy, sort of like a dorm mother. She is there to help the witchling apprentices navigate academy life and their magic with ease, but she also lays down the law if needed. The energies of these cards are mature, nurturing older females. It's funny, my husband, who is in the Defence Force, is a course mum. So kind of like that vibe for a group of students coming through. I think it's always funny. All right, then we go to kings. The elemental goddesses are the kings and rulers of the houses. They aren't out and about in the world much anymore, but they do sometimes hang out with higher status wizards and witches at ceremonies or events. You can pray and call upon them for guidance if needed. These elemental goddesses rule and guard the elemental magic for each house. They are where the magical community gets their powers. The energies of the kings are masculine, wise, and mature. Very interesting. So we have that fire elemental goddess that I said reminded me of Pele. Earth elemental, Very fun. What a fun deck. All right, so let's have a little shuffle test. Shuffles really nicely. I'm not surprised. The thinner the cardstock, and often the flimsier the cardstock, the easier the shuffle. It does mean the more likelihood of a card bending or something like that, or getting bent out of shape. That's okay. There's no edging on these. So this could be a prime deck for experimenting with deck modding. If you're not sure what deck modding is, I did a whole podcast episode on what is deck modding. And we talk about like how to edge the cards yourself and do all sorts of stuff, right? There's no borders on these cards, so you wouldn't need to trim them down at all, but definitely could color in the edges with, I talk about the types of ink that you would use in that episode, so definitely listen to it if you're curious. All right. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh, when you can, let's do it again. Like when you're with a client and you're able to just be like, it just feels so nice and like profesh. All right, that's lovely. That is lovely. Lovely, lovely. So we've already read a couple of the cards. Let's have one of the minors, and I might just look at a random major arcana as well. So let's see. 3 of Wands. Daily incantation. I have positive opportunities coming my way. Magical meaning you're well on your way to accomplishing and achieving your goals, and so are Charlie and George. They are so fired up to be entering the apprenticeship contest. Together they brewed up the perfect plan to take first place. Everything is falling into place as it should. With all that hard work you put into the planning as you're expanding and gaining success, you'll be aware of more opportunities floating your way. These opportunities add to the excitement, and they add more fire for you to reach your goals. Although some of these opportunities may take you out of your comfort zone, learn to welcome the changes, make adjustments so that everything moves along smoothly. Let these changes help you dream bigger than ever before. My plan and hard work will pay off. I know I can get the apprenticeship, says Charlie, first year Witchling apprentice. Shadow magic. All this sparkly goodness is coming your way and opportunities are showing up magically, but you are too scared to step outside of your comfort zone to claim them. Are you trying to play it safe? Don't, because you are putting a glass ceiling on your potential, and sooner or later you will have nowhere else to go. What is blocking you from dreaming big? What are you scared of? If you figure that out, you can break through the glass. That's nice. I like it. Let's look at that death card. Okay, when the death card appears, it could mean that you are going through a massive transition, much like dying and gaining new magical powers. Charlie engages in a magical duel, a battle to the death, and the Shadow Witch is just too powerful. The fight ends quickly. The Shadow Witch delivers a fatal blow to Charlie. Once Charlie is dead, she travels into the spirit realm, meets her higher self, and gains the power of spirit. For you to powerfully transform into a better you, there will be an element of death that has to occur first. Letting go of old beliefs and behaviours can help you welcome new opportunities into your life. View these changes as positive experiences and allow yourself to be rebirthed. Cool. So if you want to look at a particular card and what it says about it, or look closer at the imagery in the card, just pop a comment below and I will absolutely do that for you in a little short. Go have a look at that card or cards if you would like to see them. Keep an eye out because I will have, as I said, that content, so probably a blog post and a YouTube video on fluffy decks and kid-friendly decks, because they also may not be one and the same. I have some decks that I think are fluffy decks, but they're not kid-appropriate because they have dildos in them. But I also have other ones that are appropriate for both. I also tend to use a lot of these decks that you'll see unboxed here in my pick a card readings on my mailing list. If you're not on that, it's a once a month email, the pick a card one. It comes out in the middle of the month. And it is the email I get the most responses to. Like, everyone's always like, oh my God, I picked this and it was so on point. So definitely jump on to the Witch Weekly mailing list if you want to do that, because you'll see different decks. Like, you'll be exposed to different decks, how they read, and you'll get to sort of experience a little reading once a month for yourself, obviously for free. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you like this deck, if it's something you would grab. I'll pop a link in the description box if you do want to get a copy. I'm very excited to show this to my daughter when she gets home from school today. I think she's going to absolutely love it. I can also guarantee that my members in the Suburban Witches Society are going to be requesting this one for their monthly reading next month. And if they don't, I'll be like, anyone want this one? Because it's fun. This feels really fun to use. So if you want a reading with this, like an actual personalized reading with me on a call, jump into the Suburban Witches Society. And I'll give you a secret. If you use the code YES to SWS, so YESTOSWS, you will get 25% off your first payment in the society, whether that's monthly or annually. If you do annually, you save like hundreds, like it's a lot. It's a good little discount, but it's only available until the end of September, so you probably want to jump in quick. As always, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world today, and I will chat with you next time.